is poppin' squad? It's your boy Jesimein, and today, man, I just felt the need just to get it off my chest, bro. People have been saying that I've been kind of quiet when it comes to how PvP's been and all the issues and all that stuff with it. Everybody knows me as Mr. Positive, so everybody was looking to me to see, how I saw it, right? As you can see, I'm playing PvE in this, but it's not because I don't like PvP. I'm gonna be blunt with you guys. I see the problems in PvP, 100%. I feel for my PvP players. I know by experience how much we've went through Division 1 all the way up until now. So I can feel their pain, and which is why I feel for their and our side. But at the same time, one thing that I've always carried with me is no matter how stupid the situation is, no matter how trash, no matter how broken, I've always looked at what I enjoyed until something else happened. You know what I'm saying? I know I have somewhat power, I guess, whatever power of influence I have in regards to me making videos, whatever power everybody bestows upon me, because to me, I don't see it like that, but common sense, I have some kind of voice, right, in the community, I would assume. When it comes to my videos, when it comes to how I see the game, when it comes to how I play it, I do not ever play based off somebody else's thought process. No matter if they're my homies, no matter if they're my enemies. I do see the problems of PvP. I 100% agree with a lot of things. I cannot stand Defender Drone. I cannot stand the Vector meta. I cannot stand the Vector Shield. I cannot stand the hip firing. I cannot stand all that. Even though I use hip firing, which I do. I mean, I've used hip fire since Division 1, so I mean, I'll take that. But I understand why it could be too strong. I understand all those things. I understand how the Dark Zone isn't getting as much love as it should be. I understand that PvP players are kind of on the back burner. But within all of that, and knowing and speaking that, you guys just heard me say it out my mouth. Even though that's the case, my eyes are set on the grander scale, which is something that's been controversial for a lot of people, because the moment you say that you have faith and that you're willing to wait, people will say, well, this is why they're going to keep doing it. This is why developers don't put it out first, because people no, I mean, and even if you did, it doesn't matter. I keep it real. When it comes to PvP, the reason why I'm personally not happy when it comes to it, if I had to extract something and say something negative, it will be obviously how the meta is. But that's getting changed one thing at a time, right? Berserk and Strain have already been knocked out the park as far as how crazy they are. The hip fire with the crits is going to be removed. I play the PTS, so these are all actual changes that are already stated, not even what's to come. I hate the meta. That's why I continue trying to make pistol builds and skill builds. I try to make something different because maybe my influence can cause some other players to be inspired to use some other stuff, right? But when it comes down to PvP, being that I'm a main PvPer, like you guys know, I made my funny little dear PvE and PvP videos. Whether people understood the joke within them or not, that's up to them. But for real, like, if I'm gonna be real with you guys, I plan on playing this game. So for me, and this is how I see it, right? This is not how anybody else has to see it. This is not how everybody should think, or just because I'm doing it, everybody other content. No, this is just Samein's opinion. I know I'm gonna play this game anyways. I enjoy the game. I love the game through its flaws and all, just like I did Division 1. I played Division 1 up until the release of Division 2. That goes to show you that I find enjoyment even if all the odds are against me, as far as like boring meta and all that stuff. I have to go against nomads and preds and all that stuff all the way up until I left the servers, okay? So, me personally, I know I'm going to play it. So, I don't... How do I word this? I know I'm going to play it anyway, so I'm not going to sit here and badmouth it 24/7 when I know I'm still going to hop on, right? That's just how I am. Like, one thing that I see, and I'm not name dropping anybody, and this is not shot towards anybody. So whoever in the comments you feel like you want to stir up some beef, you're not going to find it here, because there's nobody off the top of my head that I'm thinking about. I'm just saying from generalization. If you're going to complain that much about the game that you cannot stand it to the T, I better not see you on it. You feel me? Even if you paid for it. Because what it comes down to is, if it's that bad and you want to prove a statement or make a change that you expect people like me or other YouTubers or people with quote unquote power with the devs, you should make a statement, right? If you truly feel like the game isn't what you want it to be, PvP is not what it is, and that's what you're getting it for, don't play the game. Because if you complain all day in the comments and on Reddit and in the forums, and I'm not talking constructive criticism, right? I'm not talking professional criticism. I'm talking complaints. If you're going to complain about it and then they see you post a build later, like a week later, or you're playing it or you're streaming or you're doing something, it defeats your whole complaint process in the first place. If they see that you're complaining about PvP, but you're playing PvP every single day, you know, you start to lose credibility with them. And at this point, I think that's the biggest possible like issue that I see right now. All the people complaining are still watching div videos, are still playing the game, are still looking for ways to do whatever within the game, which is okay. It's okay to play your game. You bought it. But save yourself some sanity and save face. Because if you're going to complain about it, dude, and you're still going to play, you might as well just say your piece and that's it. Which is why I know I'm going to play it. I know it. And I'm going to hold it down the same way I held down Division 1. And I have faith in the devs. I do. And it's not me being a kiss ass. And everybody needs to get this whack ass myth out of their head that like, oh, well, you just don't. No, like dead ass. Like I'm cool with the devs. I'm transparent with you guys. I'm cool with the devs. I met them. I'm cool with them. Even if they did something I didn't like, I still respect the professionals. I'm not going to go and tell a professional how to do their job based off of what I think should be good for the game. I told you guys what I want for the game. I just stated my facts right there, verbatim. But I'm not saying, well, the devs fucked up and the devs, I'm not going, there's no point, you know what I'm saying? And there's no point bringing up the past, oh, they didn't learn from the division. All those stuff, it's irrelevant. You feel me? So for me, I do think PvP needs some fixing, 100%. I'm not gonna sit here and be. I'm never the perfect guy, right? Everybody puts this on my head that I'm just Mr. Positive all the time. Like I have not a criticism bone in my body. No, dead ass. I just give credit where credit is due, and I give criticism where criticism is due. And if I have an issue with something, I speak on it and I leave it at that. I don't drag it on to try to force something to change that isn't meant to change. For example, I'm not going to sit here and tell them, oh, well, skills, like, honestly, in my opinion, originally, just like the original Division 1, I would have liked that my skill scaled with skill power. Yes, it would have dumbed it down, but I mean, it would have made it easier for me. But I'm not going to sit here and yell at the devs, say this is how it should be. There's a reason why it isn't, okay? There's data that they see that we don't. And I think people need to humble themselves and realize that. So even for me, something that I want, I'm a skill build player. And you know, skill power is underappreciated. But I'm not sitting here putting that down their throat when I truly understand that there's obviously balancing reasoning behind it. So it's not that I never had an issue or I think the game's perfect. It's just I know when and when not to give criticism. I'm not going to complain about something that I truly don't have that big of an issue with. So when it comes down to it and how I feel about PvP, I think a lot of things can change. And they will change. Depending how or which exact ones, I don't know. But I know a lot of the work that they're putting into, they're not going to let it go to waste. As much as they've learned from Division 1, I know even if it doesn't seem like it, those devs are on top of it. And I think at this point, bickering and complaining and fighting about what the Dark Zone should be PvE and it shouldn't be this, like I'm not about that. You feel me? That's not how I am. That's not something I'm gonna spend my time on. That's not what I want you guys to see on my channel, because I don't want my subs to be affiliated with that kind of stuff. Like we're peace, you know what I'm saying? We're enjoying what we have, and I'm enjoying PvE right now, and that's what I'm doing. I'm playing PvE, enjoying myself until something changes, right? I'm still hopping in PvP whenever I get a chance. If I see a Dark Zone's lit, I'm in there. But in the meantime, if you really feel like it's that bad, just grind out so you have your gear. So when things do change, you're good and you're back to go. But you guys got to stop this hate train, this front that everything is just so horrid, man. You just got to like stop it. And I mean, whether you guys think that I'm kissing ass or I'm not defending you guys in your honor, that's up to y'all. I spoke my piece. I have my problems. I've always defended the little man, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So if you guys want to, if you guys just want to chill out, if you've been one of them, die to yourself. Say, look, you know what? I was one of those people. I'm gonna chill out because I understand I'm still gonna be playing this. But if you're one of those crybabies, and I call them crybabies if they're gonna play, then get off the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Until something fixes. That's simple. and I can't even sugarcoat it. So that's pretty much all I got to say. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Your boy is out.